Hello,
Good mo Good evening, sir.
am I audible? Hello.
Yes, yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay, okay. So very good evening to all of you. So
Sir,
let me
one issue is there on city. No one is allowing us to enter.
right now.
Yes.
Yes, sir. On 7:30 it was started, and I think there are many students who are not able to join the city class. The regional class actually started today, sir, in
It's
Hindi language.
okay, okay. It's on demand session, right?
Yes, sir. This was a demand session, and we have got the link. But when we are clicking on joining, no
Mhm.
one accept our joining, sir. The classes is on Google Meet.
Okay,
And
okay.
sir, one more, in calendar it was not shown. I have complained, then sir has corrected it. But one
Mhm.
more issue has come, sir.
Okay, okay. Let me ask. I will check out the thing. Okay, so for now, one second. Meanwhile, how many of you have covered the lecture video of week 5?
I completed.
Okay, so
We
you get the concepts of
Completed, sir.
just yeah. So this is basically peer deck slide. So you have to join just I think you are familiar how to join this peer deck slide. So
Yes, sir.
just please enter joinpd.com on your browser and you have to enter this code HSO VFJ. Okay.
sir, will there will be one more mock test because on
So
mathematics
that's
we are getting one more for today.
no. That's all about mock test. You have a total three mock tests, right? Weekly mock test for week 1 and week 2, and two mock tests which was on the portal on Saturday, right? So these are the total mock you have to
Now
attend.
no more test are there, right, sir?
No more mock. Okay, so just join it fast. Okay, so how many of you understood the meaning of events are occurring simultaneously or order matters and all things? Any one of you?
Yes, sir, we have understand.
So what's the meaning of Ritik? Suppose I'm saying events are occurring simultaneously.
Events are occurring simultaneously means if you say that event that on dice 2 has occurred,
Mm-hmm.
and if we have another event, let's say all number divisible by 2, even number and prime numbers. So it is also the prime number, it is also the even number. So these three event has occurred simultaneously, sir.
Okay, okay. Because EMQ related questions are there in week 5 graded assignment. In slides, it's also there. So we'll discuss and your concepts will be cleared regarding EMQ. What is the meaning of simultaneous? What is the meaning? Because once you understand the meaning of simultaneous, order matter with repetition without repetition, then you will be able to understand the difference between permutation and combination, which you will study in the week 6. Right? But for now, you need to understand the meaning of simultaneous and non-simultaneous. Okay, as I can say, there are 27 students. 20 students have joined. Those who have not joined, kindly join this peer deck slide. Just enter on your browser joinpt.com and after that you have to enter the code HSOVFJ. Okay, let me. Yeah. So yeah, before that, going to that, let me clarify the one thing. There in EMQ assignment, you You must read the simultaneous things, okay, and replacement, okay, and order matter or not. These three things you need to understand. So what is the meaning of simultaneous? I'm going to, let's suppose I have five different objects, okay. Let's say O1, O2, O3, O4, and O5. Correct, right? Now suppose I'm interested to arrange these five distinct object, different object in these three places, right? So what I can do at the first place, I can I can put any of the five objects, right? And
Yes.
I can, at the second place, I can put any of the four objects. Let's assume there is without repetition, okay? It's mentioned in the your statement. There is without repetition, okay? So we have to arrange the objects without repetition. So at the second place, I can put any of the four, and at third place, I can put any of the three, correct? So what
Yes,
the
yes.
thing is going on here? Here we are doing this. We are arranging the objects at the same times. I mean, we need to fill this place. We need to arrange the five objects at these three places at the same times. So here events are occurring. I mean, here things are occurring at simultaneously. Correct? This thing is clear. I mean, what is the meaning of simultaneously? And what is the meaning of non-simultaneous? Suppose I have only one place, right? Suppose I have to fill only one place. And condition is that suppose I can fill either you can say, let's say, by even number or by odd number. Okay. I have suppose this one place and this place. So these things can be filled by only odd number places or even number places. So even number objects are two, right? So I can do these things in two way, right? Or I can fill this place in three way, right? Because there are three odd number objects. So here thing is that it's or occurring, if you can see. I mean, the even number or odd number cannot happen simultaneously. Either here we can fill by the even number object, or here we can fill by the odd number objects. Okay. So here events are occurring not simultaneous. Is it okay to everyone? What is meaning of simultaneously? And you can interpret with also, if there is multiplication something, then simultaneous, and there is or and sorry, or means addition, then you can interpret as not simultaneous. So what the thing is here, at this one place I can put either even number, okay, only one thing can be here, either even number or odd number. I mean, both things are not happening together. But in this green region, all the things are happening together. To fill these three places, we need to fill the first place and then second place and the third place. Is it clear meaning of simultaneously? We will do some question to clear more. Till the for now it's clear. Any doubt in this?
No, sir, no doubt.
Yeah. And what is the
Sir,
meaning replacement? In the question, it will be mentioned whether you have to do the things with repetition or without repetition. Suppose during the arrangement of the object, suppose I'm saying repetition is allowed, right? So I can do in five way, and for the second place another five way, and for the third place another five way, because I'm saying I can use you can say, let's suppose repetition is allowed, okay. So that replacement with replacement, without replacement will be mentioned, okay. And what's about order matters? Meaning of order matters is, suppose I choose the okay, I have three objects, right? Suppose thing is that we are in like, suppose I it's O1, O2, O3, okay. Again it's O3, let's say O1 and O2. If order of these things and these things we are considered as the different, then order matters, correct? If you are not considering this arrangement and this arrangement as a different arrangement, then order does not matter. We have intuitively we have only three objects: O1, O2, O3, O1, O2, O3. O1, O2, O3 is here. O1, O2, O3 is here. When we are not interested, we are not considering this arrangement as a different arrangement to this. But when we will consider this arrangement as different arrangement to this, then order matters. Like kind of let's say I have 0 to 9 digits, okay, and I want to make a 4-digit password, correct? So what the thing is here, I can use, let's say I'm saying without repetition digit I can use, okay, without repetition. So at the first place I can use any of the 10, right? And at the second I can use any of the 9, and at the third I can use any of the 8, and at the same fourth I can use any of the 7. Is it okay or not?
So that first place, only 9 we can choose.
No, no.
0 we can't.
See. It's asking about password. You can make password like 0432. This is again 4-digit password. It's not about
Okay.
numbers. It's about password. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear? Yeah. So what the thing is here? See, suppose you make the password 0432. Okay. And again, I'm making the password 0234. Correct. So this password is same as this password. I'm asking, is this password?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Is this password is same as this password?
I mean, no, I mean, sir, the order is different, but
Yeah, so here order matters, correct? Right? Suppose
Or is
I
it something like ordinal data?
suppose I have 5%, correct? Let's assume I have 5%, and I want to choose only 3 people for a team, for a whatever. What is your objective doesn't matter. Suppose I want to choose only 3 people, so I can choose any of the people: P1, P2, P3, P1, P3, P2, anything. But thing is there is order doesn't matter. I'm interested only the selection of 3 people. But suppose I am interested to select the 3 people as let's say captain or vice captain, okay, and let's say another lower post, whatever, okay, you can consider as whatever you can under lower post. So here order matters, because suppose P1 is the captain, okay, P2 is the captain, and P3 is the, let's take only two here, captain and vice captain. Suppose P1 is the captain, okay, P2 is the vice captain. So this order is different as if P2 is the captain and P1 is the vice captain. Am I right?
yes, sir.
This
Yes.
order is different because, okay, so here order matters. Okay, so it depends on the objective of the question, what is asking about in the question. So it's clear for now. We will do some questions in the slides, periodic slides. So it's clear meaning of simultaneous order matters with the replacement, without replacement.
So what is difference between replacement allowed and repetition allowed?
That both are same.
Okay. Replacement and repetition, both word
Yeah,
can be used simultaneously.
yeah,
In
it's the
simul-
same. It's the same thing. Okay.
repetition allowed is uh, replacement allowed.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Sir, just a small question.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Since we made a 4-digit password and
Mhm.
the allowed numbers were 0 to 9, and we could use the repetition method. So what if I say if it's like 3-digit roll number, and I'm trying to make a roll number using those 10 not digits, 10
Mhm.
numbers 0 to 9. So I cannot put the zero as the first of that
No,
roll
no,
number, can I?
no, it depends on the question. I mean, what is the thing? Suppose I'm interested to make a 5-digit number, then I cannot put zero as the first digit. But I'm going to make a password, then I can make a see, then 0432. It can, suppose in your system there
Mhm,
is 4 places, right? And you have to make the password. So you can make a 0432 or not.
mhm. Yeah. I
So
can make
there
it.
zero doesn't matter. But suppose I'm interested, suppose I'm saying to you, you have to make a 5-digit number. Okay. Then you
Mhm.
can't put zero at the first place. Then it will be considered as 4-digit number. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
it's
Got it.
something
Got
mathematical
it, sir.
operation you are doing or not. So it
Okay.
depends on categorical data or numerical data.
Okay. So
Okay.
it totally depends on the data
Data
we are
type.
handling. Okay,
Yes,
got
yes.
it. Got it,
Correct.
sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this is the first question. Please read the question. And on the behalf of the question, you have to choose the options. Okay. multiple options can be correct here. Okay, so there we have to choose events will occur simultaneously, not simultaneously, with replacement, without replacement, order matters, order doesn't not matters. I think after reading the question, 3 minutes will be more than enough. Okay, so I'm going to log the screen for 3 minutes. So please do it. Okay.
There is only one option correct,
So it's not
not
allowed
multiple.
to choose
Sorry,
multiple options.
it's not taking multiple option.
Sir,
We have
it's actually radio button, sir. So we can only
Okay,
choose
okay,
one
okay,
option.
okay, 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 okay. We'll okay. That thing that is okay. That's a mistake. Okay, we'll check. Okay, we'll discuss the things. Okay, just write on. You can write on chat also, and we'll discuss. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, will there be any doubt sessions for week 1 to week 4?
See, we have already took the revision session for week 1, then week 2, then week 3. Another session is on day after tomorrow for week 4 related thing. So you can rewatch the lectures video. Okay.
But if we have some doubts, then like that,
You can discuss. See, you can discuss. There is a session day after tomorrow. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
And the 2 hour session has also been finished, like
Two
that
hour session for?
office hours.
No. Now office hours is not happening. It's
Yeah.
yeah. It's
So day after tomorrow we have to discuss.
yeah, yeah. If you doubt after the when slides will end,
Yeah, I
we
have a
can
doubt
discuss.
in a concept. Can I ask you
Yeah,
after
yeah,
this class?
yeah, yeah. We'll discuss. We'll discuss after the end of this. Okay.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir. For the interest of time, I wanted to know one, event that is scheduled on 13th of October regarding societal implications of AI in real-time applications. So, what is this session all about? From
Which
5 to
you
6?
are talking about? I'm not aware about that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. You can ask. Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah.
got it. Thank
So
you.
question is, Tom has 6 different cars. Okay. So he planned to go on a ride for the next 4 days. Correct. So question is, for the given list, from the given list of options, select the steps applicable for the selection of cars. If he decides not to use the same car twice. So what's the meaning of if he decides not to use the same car twice? That means with replacement or without
No
replacement?
repetition.
No repetition, right?
No repetition.
And here events will occur simultaneously or not simultaneously,
Simultaneously.
and order matters or not.
Not.
No, sir.
So let's see. See, here thing is order matters. That's why see what we discuss. If arrangement are different to the second, like suppose cars will be chosen simultaneously, it's clear, right? And without replace because he cannot use the see in the question it is clearly mentioned that he decide not to use the same car twice, right? So thing is that so also the selection of cars, suppose C1, C2, C3 and C4, suppose these are the car numbers and on days yeah, C1 he used at the D1 and D2, D3 and D4 days, right? So these things is the same as the car of selection of cars at C4, C3, C2, C1.
No, sir.
Are you getting? Suppose he has 4 cars. I'm see he has 6 cars, but I'm taking for the only 4 cars because He want to go on a ride for 4 days, right? Suppose he used C1 as D1 day and D2 as second day and third day and fourth day, correct? And for example, suppose at the first day he used C2 second car, and let's say this is C3, this is the C4, this is the C. So either this arrangement is same as this arrangement for using the cars on different days.
No, sir.
So here order,
The order is different, so it does matter.
yeah, order does matter. Correct.
I didn't get it.
But
Can you
can you
please
repeat that, right,
explain
sir?
again?
Janvi, what is the thing? Order matters means what? Suppose I took the example of password, okay? So this password for 4 digits password is same as this one? No. So because this arrangement is
No.
different from this arrangement, correct? So here
Yes.
order matters because this order is different from this order, right? So using the car C1, C2, C3, C4 on
Okay,
different
when
days,
the orders are different, then what
yes,
matters?
yes.
How these are occurring
Okay.
simultaneously?
So
Each day is different.
okay. Ritik, what is the meaning of simultaneous? You understood? See, here we are making the here we make the pass. Let's say where it was. Yeah. Suppose this is we make the password
So
of four digits, right?
we will
Okay. So what is the things we are this event, this making the 4 digit password is it happens at same time is you have to do these things and this for the second digit, for third digit, and for the fourth digit, right? It's not about like that either you
Events
have
are
to.
simultaneous, sir.
Oh yeah, okay,
Two
yes.
events are simultaneous or not, sir? Where are these events, sir? I think one, two, three, four are the events.
See, Ritik, try to understand what I'm saying. Suppose you can interpret with this example. Suppose I want to make a password of 4 digit, correct? Right? So this 4 digit password, what I can make for the first place and for the second place and then for the third place and for the fourth place, correct? For making the password of 4 digit, we have to do these things at the same time. First thing for the first, then second,
Actually, I
then
am
third,
not getting,
then the fourth. Okay?
sir.
Let me finish what I'm trying to say. For making a 4 digit password, what you have to do? You have to fill the for the first place, right? And second place
Sir, actually,
and
my doubt is, sir, events are simultaneous or not?
that's why I'm trying to say. What's I'm trying to say?
Sir, but here only one event making four-digit password. Two event can be compared, no? They are simultaneous or
No,
not.
no, you are getting confused. Okay, try to understand what I'm saying. This see events is you are selecting selection of digits, right?
Oh, selection of digits.
Okay. So similarly,
So,
for cars,
can,
yeah,
can we say that like if the second event is connected to the first event, then it
yes,
is
yes.
simultaneous?
And you can see what is the second? This first thing you have to do, and then second, and then third, and then fourth. Correct?
Yeah, so the
One after
second
the
and
other.
everything are related. So we can
Yeah,
say
everything.
this
Yeah,
is.
yeah. These
So
things will much clear.
so for order, to determine the order, whether order matter or whether order doesn't matter,
Mhm.
we see arrangements or
Yes, yes, yes. It's you have
like
to yeah you have to think
like
arrangement whether arrangement is matters or I mean
like there is
arrangement
a
are different or
factorial, like there is a factorial, four factorial ways. Then we'll have uh, like whatever factorial was that we have a number of events or arrangements to be there.
no no.
So
See
we'll
thing
see
is
every
no no
arrangement for the
no.
order.
Thing is that Janvi, it depends on what's your objective of the question. Correct? I took the example of this one. This captain and vice captain. Suppose I'm interested to select the three people or two people out of let's say I have five different people. Okay,
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
what
in,
I'm asking. Like, that's what I'm saying. That
yeah,
if we have five people and we have to select three people from them, then the arrangements to get three people selected is three into two into
so
one.
that is the another thing. Why are you doing 3 into 2? That is the different thing. Here thing is that order matters or not. Okay. Suppose I'm interested in only selection of the two people. let's say I selected P1, either I can select the P1 at the first, P2 at the first, or P2 as first and P1 at the second.
Yeah,
Correct?
that's what I'm saying. Now that event will be, we will check every arrangement for that.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to think. Yeah, you have to think whether it
yeah,
matters or
that's
not.
what
Yeah,
I'm asking. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you have to think whether it matters or not.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Like, every arrangement must have
Mhm. Different.
different
Then
order.
order matter. Yeah.
Then order matter. Okay.
So let's. Yeah. So yeah, this is the second. Second part of the first question. So yeah, please. I think hardly it will take 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. There, can you mute yourself? There is background noise from your side. Those who have not joined this peer deck yet, can please join the peer deck. You have to just write on your browser joinpd.com, and after that you have to enter this top right corner code HSOVFJ. Okay, so please do this.
Sir, can
Yes,
you
yes.
please, sir, after this question is discussed, can you please go to the first questions option section? Because I was trying to write the options, I mean, correct options. I have written already, but I forgot. I actually made a mistake. I did answer orders don't matter, but it did actually. So the other option, I don't remember if I've written it right. So can you
Okay.
please go to that, like after the discussion is over, so I can
Yeah, yeah,
match
will, yeah.
that.
And also slides, I mean, this peer deck slides will be on portal as well
Oh, by tomorrow?
by tomorrow. Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
okay, 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 sir. Then it's no,
after,
then it's fine, no
Not
problem.
visible.
okay, okay, yeah, 1 second. Sorry about that. Let me share my screen. So it's now it's visible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Visible.
okay. So let me see the responses from your side. Okay, 360, 24, 360, 30. Someone has entered 15. Okay, again, variations is there. I don't know why. So it's a simple things, right? So Tom has 6 different cars, right? And he planned to go on a ride for the next 4 days, correct? And in how many days can he select the cars if he decides not to use the same car twice, correct? That means on the first day, in how many ways he can choose his car?
6 ways, sir.
6 ways. Okay, and he decide not to use the car twice, right? So that means how many ways he can select the car for the second day, because he has already used one car on the first day.
So
So
it will be
in
5, sir.
five, correct?
Yeah.
So for the third day,
It
he
will be
has
same
four.
1 minus before
Yeah,
the number we had before.
yes, correct. So he has four options because he has already used two cars on the first and second day. Okay. So for the fourth day, he has three options, correct? So he can use any of the three cars, remaining three cars. So total, see here, since events are occurring simultaneously for the first day and then second day, then for the third day, then for the fourth day, right? So here for the total number of ways, selecting an item is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3, which is 360. Is it clear for everyone or any doubt in this?
Yes,
Not
sir. Clear.
It's clear, right? Oh,
Clear, sir.
Sir, but we have four places for the selection of cars. So why we haven't done it like 4 factorial ways?
so what's the meaning of 4 factor, Janvi? It's a simple counting principle. You can see, you can make it as in terms of factorial, but see, just a simple things. See, when you will use the 4 factorial, when you have four car and four places.
Sir, actually, for using 4 factorial, we need to first choose four numbers. So for that,
See,
6
see,
C4 4
suppose,
factorial
yeah,
will be.
suppose you have four digit, okay, and you want to fill the four places, right? So for the first place you have four, then for the third you have three, for the second you have two, and for the fourth you have only one number, that is the 4 factorial. Okay.
Okay,
So here
understood.
for the first place you have six, for the second day you have five cars, for the
Okay,
third day
even
you
then
have four
we
cars,
have four
and you can
numbers.
even convert it into factorial. Okay, so it's the 6 factorial upon 2 factorial. That is the different thing. Here we are interested in only in the counting.
Yes,
Okay,
permutation.
yeah. So yeah, this
And
is
for
the
count, and so with repetition, it will be 6 into 6 into 6 into 6.
yes. It will be 6 into 6 into 6.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the again same question. So here be careful in the question. It is mentioned that if he can select the same car on different days, so it depends. I mean, according to this, try to attempt. Okay. So here you are able to write the thing, or it's also showing the
Sir,
radio button.
radio button, sir. Radio button.
Okay, 1 second. Let me. Okay. Then please. Okay, we'll discuss this. Now it's showing. Write the option. Hello.
No, sir.
No,
No, sir.
sir.
It's the same.
No, sir.
Okay, again it's a radio button. Yeah, I think. Once 1 second. Yes, 1 minute. Let me check that. It's possible. Then I can fix the things. 1 second, please. Now screen is visible, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so I think there is still some problem. Check. So just write on chat. Okay, we'll see for the option. So people are writing 246. They will check. So I have received 28 responses. So let's for one more minute. After that, we will see the solution. So as I can see, people are writing 146, 136, 236. Tala is written 236. I don't know. Okay, so you are trying. So I can give some extra time. We'll see the solution. So you are trying still.
No, sir. It's
Okay, so tell me what should be the correct option here?
Sir, 2, 4, and 6.
2, 4, and
6.
4 and 6.
okay, Janvi, why 2?
So because repetition is allowed, so it will not occur simultaneously.
No, why do I mean why
Yes.
consider it's the repetition and it's not simultaneous?
Because the number can.
See, what is the meaning of simultaneous? See, suppose for the he planned to go on ride for the next 4 day, right? So he has to choose car. He has to choose the car for the first day, and then for the second day, for the third day, then for the fourth day. These all things are for the completion of 4 days. These all things are have to occur at the same time, right? Same time is the it has to be occur first, then second, then third, then fourth. That means first and second and third and fourth. Okay, that is the meaning of simultaneous.
Oh,
Okay, and what is yeah,
then
and
it
here in
will
the
be one option.
one second. So in the option, I mean the question it is clearly written that he can select the same car on the different day. That means he can use the car on. I mean he can use a single car on the 2 day, 3 days, and all things. I mean repetition is there. Okay, and also order does matter here because suppose selection of cars is C2, C2, C3, and C4 on the next 4 days, then different from the C4, C3, C2, and C. Is it clear or any doubt in this? Order
so,
matters or
but order
So,
simultaneous?
sir,
also.
can you give an example for events that doesn't occur simultaneously?
Okay, example for event doesn't occur simultaneously. Okay, as I took the example for here, I took the example of let's take I have to make a password of 4 digit. Okay, this is let's say this is type 1 password. Okay, correct. So and let's say I have to make the another password of type 2. Okay, so in the type 1 there is condition like you can consider like first 2 digits should be alpha and second third and fourth digits should be numeric. Okay, that means let's take I'm taking as AB, 13. Okay. So for making this type 1 password, events are occurring simultaneously or not? A, and then second, then for the third place, then for the fourth place. These all things have to be one after the other. Correct? That means these are occurring simultaneously. So far it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now come to the type 2. Suppose in the type 2 it is mentioned that first two digit will be numeric and third and fourth will be alpha. Let's take I make the password as I mean it's a simple things. I have making 3 4 let's say this is CD. Okay, this is the second password. Okay, that this is the second password. So number of ways, it will be number of ways, something number of ways will be there. Okay, and 1 second, I think it's getting too much. Okay, suppose I have to choose a small alphabets. Okay, and 0 to 9 numbers. Okay, so for the type 1 I can use any of the 26 for the first place, and I am assuming no repetition is there. Okay, and for the second place I can use any of the
25,
25. For the third place what it will be?
24.
No, I said for the third and fourth.
It's numeric. Then it's 10.
10. Okay, and it's a 9.
9.
Correct. So this is the type 1 password. I mean this is the number of ways for the type 1 password. And suppose type 1 password is I make AB13. Correct. So far it is good. Now come to the type 2 password. Type 2 password is says I can use the any, I mean first two digit will be numbers and last two digit will be alpha, I mean alphabets. So for the first place I can use any of the 10, and for the second I can use any of the 9, and for the third I can use any of the 26, and for the fourth I can use any of the 25 alphabets. So this is the number of ways for type 2 password, and let's say this password is 23CD. Correct. So far it is good. It's clear.
Yes, sir.
In this, events are occurring simultaneously or not? Simultaneous.
Occurring.
In this also simultaneous is there. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose I'm saying, hello, suppose I'm saying I have to choose, or I can use either a password of type 1 or password of type 2, then it is not simultaneous. Suppose I'm interested to use any one password for my laptop or for my phone, whatever, then I can use either type 1 password or type 2 password. Then this things is not simultaneous. Okay, either I can use type 1 or I can use the type 2. That is the thing. Okay, suppose after multiplication you will get some number, let's say it's a 3230. I mean I'm not going to do the correct calculation, and suppose after this you will get some 3230. Okay, for example, what your multiplication will be. So for the number of ways to choosing either type 1 or type 2 will be 3230 plus 3230. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So what we are doing, either we can choose the password of type 1 or password of type 2. So here events are not simultaneous. Within type 1
Sir,
it's a simultaneous. Within type 2 it's a
But
simultaneous.
sir, if type 1 allows repetition and type 2 doesn't allow repetition, then if we are taking type 1 or type 2, then what is the whole outcome? We
No,
cannot say,
again,
right?
see, what you can say, see, see what the statement, suppose statement says, I can use either type 1 or type 2, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So these things cannot happen simultaneously for your setting the password for your laptop.
I
Either
understand
you can
that.
use, yeah.
What I'm asking is,
Mm,
inside of type 1, repetition is allowed, suppose.
mm, mhm.
Inside of type 2, repetition is not allowed.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So
the,
in
mhm.
so for type 1 or type 2, this whole case, we cannot conclude anything about repetition, right? Because
No,
for
no,
one, repetition is
yes, yes,
allowed and other.
then you can't say about repetition. Then you can't
Huh.
say about it. But within type 1, you will say it's a within repetition, within type 2, it's not.
Yeah, yeah. Within one type,
Correct?
we can say, but together,
Yes.
we cannot say what is the repetition status.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Repetition is
So,
different than simultaneous. There is no link
Yeah,
between it.
one by one. Yes, please.
Repetition and simultaneous has no link, right, sir?
No. Repetition. See, repetition is the different thing, and simultaneous is the different thing. It's on
There is
you
no
and
link.
depend on the thing question whether you are interested to select the thing or arrange the thing with the repetition.
Language is becoming very problematic with us, sir.
Yeah, it's see what the thing it will clear if you solve more number of questions. Okay, so that's why we took different
Sir,
examples.
Sir,
Our
one more
basic is
thing
not
I
clear,
want to
sir.
ask, sir.
Sorry, one
Hello,
by one,
sir.
please. Yeah, one by one.
Sir, one more thing I want to ask, sir.
Mm.
I have studied in class 11, 12 this permutation combination.
Mm-hmm.
But there is not the second type that you have discussed, type 1 or type 2, that is not simultaneous. That I am understanding well.
Mm.
But in first type where you have used and you are saying that this is simultaneous,
Mm-hmm.
actually there I am getting little problem because simultaneous or not simultaneous is defined on event. And where are event? In second case, you have
Okay. See,
defined two events. One
no.
event is type 1 password and one event is type 2 password.
Yeah. Okay. See, what is the thing,
That is
Ritik?
clear, sir.
Okay. That the Ritik. What the thing? What I said. It's mentioned on the. It's mentioned. It depends on first thing, second thing. While you are doing within the type 1, so you are selecting the things. I mean, things will be like that here. Things is,
Collection of
please
things are
listen
the
to me.
events, right, sir?
Listen to me. Here things are what steps applicable for the selection of cars. So when you are selecting the cars, that is the meaning of event there.
Okay, sir. I
Okay,
get
I mean
it.
selecting the digit, that is the considered as events here so far. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
that's
And
yeah.
here order matters also and does not matters also. It depends on choice, sir.
No, see, thing is that if arrangement is different, okay. So, suppose you can use this second car on the 2 days, then C3 and C4. Then you can use the this arrangement C4, C4, C3, C2 to C2 and C2. Then these both things are different, right? These both order are different. That is the meaning of order matter.
But if all car are chosen only one, then order does not matter.
All car are chosen and only.
C1, C1,
Okay,
C1.
yeah. Okay, just think about that. Whether it matters or not.
excuse me, sir.
Sir,
Not matter, sir.
sir,
Yeah,
Sorry.
one second. Yeah, just will think about that. Yeah, yes, please.
so one thing, sir.
Mhm.
This so repetition not allowed means it will be never simultaneous, right? If repetition allowed, that means it can never be
No.
simultaneous.
You can't say repetition is allowed. Then say
It can
repetition is
never.
different thing. Simultaneous is the different thing.
But if you say repetition allowed, okay,
Hmm.
one event is not related to the next event,
Hmm.
so all events are independent.
See, what the thing? Suppose I'm going to make the password, okay, and I'm saying repetition of digits is allowed, okay, and I'm going to make the 4-digit password, okay. So for making the 4-digit password, for the first place I can choose any of the 10 numbers, right? And for the second I can choose any of the 10. For the third I can choose any of the 10. Then any of the 10, correct? So here things are happening one after the other. Things are, see, for making the 4-digit number password, events is simultaneous, right? For the first place and for the second place and for the third place and for the fourth place.
No, but in this
Then
case,
it will be then
in
it
this
will
case,
be 4-digit password or whatever. So here events are simultaneous. It's not like okay.
okay. Suppose we have a dice, okay, for 6 numbers. Okay, we are just taking the 4 dice, okay,
Huh?
at the same time. Is that
Mhm.
simultaneous or not simultaneous?
For dice for what?
No, for example, instead of these 4 numbers, okay, from
Hmm.
1 to 10 number, we
Hmm.
have 4 dice, okay. So that means 1 to 6 numbers we have,
4
okay.
dice. Okay.
4 dice, okay. We are picking the 4 dice together at the same time. So we get a number, right? we will get a four digit number. So from one die, each die will get a number.
Okay.
So is that simultaneous or not simultaneous?
No, see, thing is that suppose you have four die, okay, and you roll and whatever, and you want to fill the 4-digit things, okay, 4 places based on the rolling of the die.
Yes.
Correct. So for the
Yes.
first place, you can use any of the 6 outcomes.
Yes.
And suppose if repetition is allowed or not, you are interested to.
It is allowed. Repetition allowed.
Then again you can use any of the 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you can see you can use any of the 6.
But this is not simultaneous, right? This is all happening at the one.
No. So what is the thing, Jolis? It depends. Let's see what the thing here. Here I'm interested to make the password of 4-digit. So for making this 4-digit password, I have to do the things one after the other. Correct? Are you
If
getting
one
this?
place is chosen, then all other 3 place has to also be chosen.
Has to be, has to fill.
Still, sir, I don't. If repetition is allowed,
No.
Why do we need? Why do we
Okay,
care
Jolis.
whether we do from the beginning or we do from the backside or we do randomly from anywhere?
No.
If repetition is allowed.
Okay, Jolis. Thing is that suppose you have to fill the first place. Suppose I'm taking the 3 places. Okay. Okay, you have to fill the first place, right? And then second place and then third place. So for filling the 3 places, you have to consider the things for the first place and for the second place and for the third place. Correct? Are you getting my point?
Sir, maybe we can put it this way. Occurring in simultaneous means if one happens, the other also will happen. Then they are
Yes,
simultaneous. If
simultaneous,
one
beta.
happens, the other is not happening, then that is called not occurring in simultaneous.
Correct,
So
brother.
in this case, for the 4
Yes.
outcomes of dice, one happens and other also happens. So
Yeah,
that
correct.
will be simultaneous only.
Yeah, correct. Suppose I have this 5 distinct object, okay, and I have to fill the only one place, okay.
Consummate.
Yeah, see, please mute. Okay, so I'm saying I have to fill only one place. So thing is that yeah, so I have to fill only one place. So thing is that I can suppose I'm interested to use either even numbered objects or odd number objects, correct? So this place I can fill only by the this O2 or O4. I have 2 ways, or I have 3 ways by O1, O3 and O5. So for this place, either only even numbered objects will be there. I mean, no odd number objects will be together. I mean, here, and similarly, either odd number objects will be there, no even number objects will be there. That means even number objects and odd number objects will not be together here. So that is the thing here. Okay, here at this place, either even number will be there or odd number will be there. So here events are not occurring simultaneously. Events is there. I'm interested in either even number or odd number. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
One more thing, sir.
Mhm.
The order does not matter. Can you give an example where
Okay,
order
order does not matter. Suppose I have 5 people. Okay, correct. I'm interested to select only 2 people. So see, be focused on the statement. I'm saying I'm interested in selecting only 2 people. Either I have select P1 and P2, or P2, I mean P1 at the first, P2 at the second, or P2 at the first, P1 at the second. Order doesn't matter, correct? Correct?
Yes. Yeah, but that is the same thing goes for the car, right? And the day one.
Will count 1, not 2.
No. That is the different. That is there. I'm interested only choosing the people. That's all. I have choose the P1 and P2. But there
Choosing P1 and P2 or P2 and
car
P1 are
one day. Okay, it's not about you to just choose the car. You have to use the car, and after use it.
Okay.
Are you?
Excuse me, sir.
Your voice is breaking.
Is it clear? Yeah. And so thing choosing the to choose captain and vice captain and make him captain and choose as will is different from suppose and P2 is the captain and P1 is the vice captain. Correct? So this arrangement and this arrangement is different because here P1 is the captain, P2 is the vice captain. That is different thing. And P2 is the captain and P1 is the vice captain. That is different thing. So here order matters.
Excuse me, sir.
Is it clear now, Jolis?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir,
Yes, yes.
so that type 1 and type 2 thing that you have explained, that we will take,
Yeah, if it's or something,
I
okay, then it's the
didn't get that
non-simultaneous.
one.
Okay, see what is the Janvi? Forget about type 1, type 2 here. This thing is clear or not?
So simultaneously, yeah, it is clear.
It's not, I mean, it's a not simultaneous, okay? Similarly, suppose you can consider it as type 1 or type 2.
But
That's it.
sir, in that either even number or odd number digits, first two must be even and next three will be odd. That was the thing.
No, where I say when I said here first two should be odd and first two, I mean whatever. I said I have only one place to fill this place. Thing is that condition is that I can use either even numbered objects or odd number
Yeah, yeah,
objects.
yeah, that
Then
I
it's not
understand.
simultaneous. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
But
will see that.
order, I was asking that what was that type 1, type 2 thing? I am not getting that.
See, that's nothing but it's about not simultaneous example. Suppose I'm interested to make choose a password for my laptop, then I can use any type 1 or type 2. Then it's not simultaneous. I cannot
Both
use the
password
both.
cannot be.
Yeah, both password. I cannot use the both password simultaneously for my laptop. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But all 4 digit
Where
has to be
there is
simultaneous,
Yeah,
not
that
only
is the
two.
different thing. Yeah.
where there is
Sir,
one
but here
digit
six option is also correct, sir. Why not six, sir? Order matter,
Which
not
one?
matter. It completely depend on my selection. I can choose C1, C1, C1.
No, no, no. Okay,
We have to
just think
take all
about it.
the
C1,
cases.
C1, okay.
We have to take all cases.
It's
Oh,
completely depend.
let's slide. Yeah, okay, Ritu. Just think about this. You are saying C1 and just read the question again. That's why I'm saying. Okay. So just think arrangement of.
Sir, if he has to choose two cars in a day, then will order matter or not?
Sorry,
If
your
he
voice
has
is
to
low for me. Yeah.
if he has to choose two cars in a day, then does order matter or not?
Okay. He has to choose two car in a day, right?
Yes.
And it depends in how many he wants to use. Suppose he has 4 cars or 5 cars or 6 cars. Let's say 6 cars. Okay. And he wants to, he plans to go on a trip for, let's say, only for 2 days or 3 days. Okay. Then using the C1 and C2 at the day one and C3 and C4 at the day two is the same or different? See, thing is that it depends. Yeah, you can't say in general, first of all. Second is it depends on the what's your objective of the question, right?
Okay.
So you can't, I mean, you can't say take a simple thing. You can't, I mean, you can't say in general things like password things. Okay. Type 1 is within it's a simultaneous, but type 1 or type 2, it's a non-simultaneous.
Simultaneously.
Yeah. So it depends on the what's the thing is mentioned in the question and objective of my question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I think, yeah, I did not, uh, I think 1 minute will be more than enough for this, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Because there is no too much calculation. You are getting the meaning of Sam with replacement, without replacement, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, here. Okay, we'll see what's the answers are given from your side. I have received 18 responses of 46. So please do everyone so that it's beneficial for you. Okay.
Sir,
Okay,
how
so
many questions are there?
should I increase the time to go on? Or because I received 24 responses. If you still let me increase the time. Yeah, Ritik, what you are
How many total questions are there?
a total, I think 7 question is there. You can see 24 slides is more.
Please take
Okay,
10
yeah.
questions because 2 hours we have time, sir.
Okay, we'll see. Actually, in the slides we have 7 questions, but there are subparts of the questions, so you can assume more than 10. Like till now we have discussed 4 questions, but it's a 2. So you want? Should I give you extra time? Or let me lock the screen.
No, sir. It's a
A
simple.
lot.
This is enough, sir. For answering this is enough.
Okay, it's 1296. Someone at 24. Why don't know 1296? Okay, so okay, what? How did you approach?
Because we can use the same
Six
car on
options.
different six option is.
Yeah, in the question it says if he can select the same car on different day, that means with repetition is there, correct? So the number of ways he can select a car for the first day, he can use any of the 6 cars. Then he can use of the second for the second day, he can use any of the 6 cars. Similarly, for the third day, he can use any of the 6 cars. Similarly, for the fourth day, he can use any of the 6 cars. Since things are simultaneous, for the 4 days, he has to use for the first day, then for the second day, for the third day, for the fourth day. So it will be 6 into 6 into 6 into 6. So it's a 1296. In the previous question, what it was, he cannot use the same car on the next day. So it was 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. So is it clear? You are getting the when it repetition and without repetition.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubt in this question? I think it's clear.
No,
Very
sir.
pretty. Okay.
No.
So let's move to the next question. Yeah. So this is the another question. Kindly read this and attempt to. Okay. I think I'm going to give you 3 minutes. So please do it. Okay. I will come back in 3 minutes.
In this question, can we have uneven number of peoples in two different lines, or do we need to have same number of people in different lines, two lines?
There are 7 people, so it's, I
How
guess that
people
there
are
would
they?
be
How you can
unable
it?
people.
You are able to do it, right?
you, sir.
Okay.
So, what is question asking? I am not able to understand, sir. The line are two already formed.
Okay, read the question. Just write down one. We will discuss the things, solution and all this. Okay.
So are there are
Sir, I have a
Sir,
question.
sir, please forward an issue because we have not able to join today computer thinking classes, computational thinking classes,
Yeah,
because no one
okay,
allowed.
I already I already okay. So
Sir,
yeah,
is it
now
possible to
to
extend the graded assignment due date?
I don't think it's because content is released on every Friday, so it depends. I mean there is some
Previously, it was Saturday, I guess.
okay, but there was a holiday on that week also. That's why it's okay.
Actually,
So
exam is there and we are practicing for that. That's why
yeah,
I asked.
that's
Okay, no issue.
thing is that in the week 5 there is only 2 lecture video. Okay, so no worry about that. You have to
Huh? There are a lot of tutorials also. Those are more
okay.
important than the lecture itself.
Yeah, I will, but try to. Okay, so
Sir,
let me see
sir,
the
one more thing.
responses from side.
Sir,
Yeah,
before you go, this one, do we get a mock test on the actual platform, TCS platform?
mock test for no, it's not for TCS. In TCS, you have to give just exam. Okay.
Okay, so there is no
Yeah.
practice session in the TCS.
No. It's a simple thing. Simple. It's not too much hectic.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, let's try to finish these things because you have. I mean, you guys are saying you have mock, right? Yeah. So okay, we can start, right?
Yes, sir,
Hello.
start, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Correct. So what the thing is, in a stadium during security checkup, the security guard asks people to form 2 different lines for entry to the stadium. Correct? So if there are 7 people in the security checkup area, then in how many ways can the 2 separate lines be created? Okay, so what was your approach? Because as I can see, there are a lot of variations in the answers. So
Sir, I
what
thought
the thing?
there are two
Yeah.
line, two people.
No. See, what is the thing? You have total 7 people, right?
One people, two line.
Correct?
Sir,
You have
one
total
people
seven.
for one line.
Yeah, 1 second. Take what? Let me finish. You have total 7 people, right?
Yes.
Correct. So,
Right.
and security guard said to make 2 line, okay? Let's say line 1 and line 2, correct? So you have how many people? 7 people,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
So to each people have 2 options, right?
Seven
Either he can
security
go
guards,
in
sir,
line
na?
1 and he can go in line 2.
Sir,
Also,
seven security guard are there, not people.
see that what the thing, Ritik, that's why I said please read the question carefully. Here it's clearly mentioned that there are 7 people in the security checkup area. Then how many ways can the 2 separate lines be created? So we have to create the 2 lines with the help of these 7 people. Okay?
Oh, sir, got it, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought
So
security
no,
guard
no,
are seven.
no. So even security guard has 7, then all of people have 2 options. So similarly for the third people, he has 2 options. For 4, he has 2 options. He can go in the line 1 or line 2. Okay. For the 5th people, he has also 2 options. Similarly, for the 6th, also 2 options. For the 7th, he has also 2 options. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So, 2
Yes,
options
sir.
for everyone, right? So, what is the
Two ten
total number of
and two.
2 to the power
2
7.
into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. I mean, it's so it's a 2 raised power 7. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yeah, yes,
So
please.
if we use 2 raised to 7, then we allow one queue to be empty.
2 raised power 7, we allow 1 to be
Okay, it's a kind of binary, right? Either 0 or 1. Okay.
Yeah,
So if
that is different thing. It's just a simple thing. Suppose you 7 people are there, okay, and security guard says you have to make the 2 lines, correct? Then you
yeah,
have to
okay. Yeah, I understood, sir. That okay. Now we say in one line. Okay, everyone stands in one line, and the
then
other
second
line
line
is
is
empty.
empty. Yes.
Sir, for
Yeah,
one line,
that
there
is that
should
is
be at
also
least one person.
that is also included in this set, right?
That is also, yeah, it's, see, this is the total number of way for making two lines.
Yeah,
It's
but
not,
in that case, there is
yeah,
only one line. There is no two
yeah,
line.
yeah. The similar question which you are asking, there is, see, this is the prelude one to question three. Prelude two will become. No need to worry about. The similar question,
Okay.
you will, yeah, things will clear. This thing is
Okay.
clear. These are the total number of ways two separate lines can be created. Correct?
But how there will be two line if there is no person on one line?
Ritik. Okay.
This is 127 in.
So we thought the line will be, I mean, the first line will have two, then other line will have five, and then this way the combination will be created. I mean,
See,
For,
this is
how,
two
for
to the
one
thing
third.
is
line, there
that,
must be one element, sir, one person.
one second.
We are
One
having
second.
Let's say
difficulty
four, two different
understanding
lines.
this thing.
See, what is the question? Thing is that we need to find the total number of ways in which two separate lines can be created. Correct?
Sir, please make for two person. Please make all combination for two person. We will able to understand, sir.
Okay, for make two person. Okay. So if you're two person, P1 and P2, and you are going to make two lines by help of these two people, okay? Then how many ways you have?
One way, sir.
I'm asking about
Because
total number
no
of
line
ways.
will be empty. So
So that, see, that should be the mentioned, right? That will be
Please
mentioned
make all
like
combinations, sir.
see, that will be the mentioned line is empty or not. One
Sir,
second.
also all the
One second.
people standing in line,
One
all
doubt.
the people standing in line one and all the people standing in line two. These
Line
two
two,
will be
yeah,
considered
yeah.
as different scenarios, but ideally
That,
they are same, right? But what if all people stand to the left or all people stand
see,
to the right? Anyway, they are forming only
these
one
are
line.
correct. This is the total number of ways for making two lines, right? It can be second line empty. It might possible first line is empty, but these are the total possible ways in which we can make the two lines, right?
Okay,
Okay.
But
okay. So there are no
So thing is
restrictions
that,
at all.
and
There should
yeah,
there should
no
be at least one
restriction. If
person,
there,
one line.
yeah,
Okay.
no restriction is
two
there.
line
Yes.
will be there if a person is there. No person there means no line.
No, how you can say there can be a line without any person.
Sir, how
Thing
we
is
will
that
say
line
that?
is empty. Ritik, try to that line is empty. You have
but
two
Sir, we are
separate
but
not
lines.
making
the
two rooms, sir.
requirement is
This is a
there
line,
has
sir.
to be
It will
two
exist
lines,
only
sir.
if there are people, sir. If two
Okay.
room are there, then room can be empty. The line are by person only. If there is no person, there is no line. That's
Yes.
what's the problem created. If there are two rooms, sir, then definitely empty room is possible.
Okay. And we can't say second line is empty. Okay. This thing is clear or not? So far, it's clear or not? This total number
I have
of
a
ways.
doubt. I have
No,
a
sir,
doubt
no.
regarding the sequence.
Okay.
What about sequence? The person
Yes,
one and
we
person
should
two is standing
arrange the
behind.
people in the line, right?
No, no. What the need about arranging the people? What's the need? Um,
Sir,
There is
because each person is
different way
different.
of arranging.
So if C1, C2, C3 people stand and C3, C2, C1 people stand, so it would be a different line. So there are two different cases.
what's the point of that here? I'm asking.
So matlab total possible ways increase, right? That's what I'm saying.
No, see, thing is that okay. Suppose
That
this is
is
the
already
line one.
considered in this number.
This is the line one. This is the line two. Okay. It's
Yes.
not like I'm considering P1, P2 in the line one, P3, P4, P5 in the second line. All possible total number of ways is considered for making the two lines with the help of 7 people. Okay. Suppose P1 is here and P2 is here, then for a first person, he has two options, right? For the first person, he has two options. Either he can go in line one or line two. Similarly, for the second person, he has two options. Either he can go in line one or line two. Similarly, for the third person, either he can go in line one or he can go in line two. Similarly, for the fourth person. So here we are considering total number of ways to all the cases in which two lines can be created. It can be one person in the first line,
But
it
here
can
we
be
are
second.
Sir,
considering
you
that
are
P1,
right.
P3,
You're
P5
right.
and P5, P3, P1 will be
Yeah,
same.
one by one, please, one by one. Yeah, one second.
Sir, here we are considering P1, P3, P5 line and P5, P3, P1 line will be the same. So
No, no, how you can say P1, P3, P5, okay. Suppose you are saying this person on line one, okay?
yes,
And you are
yes.
saying next for next line,
P2, P4 and P7,
okay. So what, see,
P6 and 7.
so what we have considered here,
Total number of
But
ways that
we
people can be
considered,
divided into two
we
groups.
have considered here total number of ways in which we can make two separate lines without any condition, including all the condition. I mean, including all the possibilities in which we can make the these two lines. Either in line one person can be there. It's also possible in line two, one person, all the remaining 6% are in line one. It's also possible 2% in line one, remaining 5 in line two. It's also possible 3% in line one, 4% in line two. So we have here computed all the possibilities because each person has two possibility, only two possibility. He can be in the either line one or line two. Correct.
Sir,
So
so
we
we
have
should not
considered
consider arrangement here.
no, here we not because things are not clearly mentioned once. It's just asking about what is the total number of in which you can make the two lines, right? It's not
Okay,
there is not mentioned like in the one line one person should be there. I mean there is no particular condition. Security guard just said make two lines, okay?
okay,
So if he here it has I mean all the possibilities has been included already. Okay,
yes,
and in which condition you are getting doubt, the same things is
Hello.
mentioned in the next question. Okay,
Sir,
okay,
yeah,
uh, different thinking about the same problem. Can I
your
share?
your voice is breaking, Jivraj.
Sir,
Sir,
I have
Mhm.
different thinking of this problem.
Okay, please go ahead.
I, I think that there two lines are already made. The lines are choosing the people. Like either you can come in line one and line, or you can go to line two.
Yes,
Like
thing
lines
is
are already made, but
correct.
lines are choosing people. Then we can not get confused.
Yes, yes, correct, correct, Jivraj. Thing is
Sir,
that
sir, I have an opinion, sir.
yes, yes.
Sir, I think the question is ambiguous, sir, because it is equally welcome to think like one person can think the line is to be made on a plain field,
Mhm.
and a person can think a line is to be made in a room, like
Okay, okay.
room.
See, Ritik, I got your point. What the thing? Just think about. Suppose 7 people are in a field. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And support is coach of play sport or whatever, let's say security guard is
In a
there,
sport
just
field,
make
sir. In a sport
yeah,
stadium, sir.
okay, suppose coach says you have to make two lines with the help of 7 people, okay. It's also
Yes, sir.
possible in the second line there is no people, then he can say second line is empty. I mean there is no I mean people in the second line. But already
Sir,
what
if
the thing, see, listen to me. What the thing, he said he has to make the two lines, correct?
yes,
That
sir.
is the different thing. In line two, there was no people. That is the another case. That but this number of this 128, 128 is the total number of possible ways, including line two is I mean there is no person in line two, there is no person in line one. But what was the initial fundamental? It was he those people has to create the two lines. Are you getting?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
sir.
just try to think about it. Okay. So the same. I mean, there is the next question is based on the. I mean, there is a condition related to this
sir,
question.
I have a doubt. Just take my
Yeah.
question.
Yes, please. Mhm.
Sir, what? How many possibility will be there if 7 people are studying a single line?
7 people are standing in a.
Single line. How many possibilities will be there?
Okay. The same question is based on the next question.
Then it
Okay.
will be 7 only, maybe.
Okay. So prelude to
To the question, sir.
yeah, prelude 2 is the based on this. It's related to the previous. Okay.
But sir, here is a line that such that one line is empty.
That's why I thought try to think. In the previous one, we considered
These
all
questions
the
are so
possible ways.
confusing.
Sorry, can we? What I'm saying in the previous one, what we have computed, let me give that some
Yeah,
times.
that's how we
Yeah, in
can.
the previous question, we computed a total number of ways, including all the possibilities. We did not fix any criteria. Here, there is a condition like one of the lines is empty.
Hmm.
Okay, so total number of ways is 128, and now you have to find the number of ways that one of the lines is empty. Okay, so just try to think about it. Ritik, now you are getting question is different here. There is condition. Okay,
So is it 7 ways?
Sir, it will be 2.
just try to do it. Okay, we'll see the solution. We'll see the answers. Okay, just try to think.
Done, sir.
Okay, let's wait for time because rest of the people are trying. So here you have to just think if one line is complete, then what will be the number of ways? If the second line is complete, then what will be the number of?
Sir, you have already answered of this question, sir.
I have answered. No, it's
Yes, sir.
similar was.
The answer is hiding. The answer is hidden behind the question number two. Question number two.
Yeah, that's why this I said because things. In the previous one, it was like total number of ways. Including all the possibilities. Here, thing is clearly mentioned when what is the number of ways when one of the line is empty. So just
Even
try to
somebody,
think.
even somebody asked the questions similar to this in previous question related to that.
Yeah, that's why we.
He has already answered that.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. So you are still trying, so I can give some extra time. Should I give 1 more minute or it's okay? You are
No,
trying.
sir, it's okay.
Okay.
So let me just see the responses. Someone has entered 64, 2, someone has entered 10,080. I don't know why. 2, 1,000. So 10,080, who has entered?
Me, sir.
Okay, how? How did you approach 10,080?
Sir, I approach the if I am considering the first line is empty,
Okay,
then the
okay.
for the in the second line for the first position there will be seven options to put.
No, see,
Right?
Mandar, the thing is that it's not like it's the first position, second position, third position, fifth position. It's not position is there, right? It's a simple you have to make the line. That's it. Correct? And who has entered the two?
I have entered 2,
Sir,
sir.
I have entered, sir.
Okay, so
I
white
also have
one.
entered two, sir.
Sir, actually, in second question, you have already answered. Sir, for example, L1 line is there, okay, and L2 line is
Yes.
there.
Yes.
So either he will stand in, all the 7 guys will stand in line number 1, or he will stand in line number 2. So if he will stand in line number 1, then line number 2 will be empty, and if he stand in line number 2, yeah, the line number 1 will be empty. So there will
Correct.
be two ways, sir.
Only
Yes, sir.
two ways.
That's why we have entered two, sir.
Yeah. Correct. So see, that's why I said, see, these things will be clear when you practice more. I mean, more in the sense, what I'm trying to say, you have to first thing you have to be focused what the statement is trying to say, and what's the basic objective. See, here question is just about if there are 7 people in the security checkup area, then how many ways can the two separate lines be created such that one of the lines is empty? So here we are asking about the number of ways in which one line is empty. Okay, suppose you have line 1, you have line 2, correct? So it is possible to line 1 is full and line 2 is empty, correct? This is the one way. Or another way is line 1 is empty, this is empty, and line 2 is full with the 7 people. So this is the one way and this is the one way, so total is the two way in which one line will be empty. That's it. So here it is asking about the number of ways for the in which one line will be empty, correct?
Is it either or concept like
Yes,
addition
yes,
rule?
it's a or. Either line 1 will be empty
Yeah.
or line 2 will be. That's why we add. It's not about and. If it's and, then it will be multiplied.
But there are 7 persons.
So it's
So
see,
I
Janvi, that's why I said it's not about person here. Thing is that it's about line is complete or not. That's all. It is asking about the number of it in which line, I mean, either line is empty. Okay. So just try to read the
Actually,
statement
someone asked
carefully.
in second question, someone asked the same thing, that if
Uh,
either of like if one line will empty, another line will be full
full.
by 7 people. Yeah,
Yes.
then how many ways he can do? Somebody asked this
No,
question, sir.
see, if yeah, thing is that if I mentioned that in that line, I have to consider the position also, right? Suppose in
That's
that,
why I'm saying in the
Sir,
question the
we
position
will
is not
not
mentioned.
award them, sir.
We are asking just
so
how many
yeah,
ways.
if there is position, then I have to consider the number of ways for the first position, number of ways for the second position, number of ways for the third position. It's not, it's just all about line wise is complete or not. That's all. Okay.
So one question, maybe
Yes.
if this question is not followed. Suppose
Yeah.
if you want to, if you are saying that at least a 2% should be there in one line, how do we
That
solve that
question
one?
is also, that question is also only.
Coming, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's a coming. Okay, that will be clear. Now it's clear for everyone.
Sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So yeah, this is the Julius. I think you have this question is again. It's here you have to consider the number of ways, such that each line contains at least one player, one person. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to give 3 minutes. So just try to think about this.
Sir, all computation has been done previously. Why 2 minutes, sir? Only 1 minute is enough, sir.
Okay. So let's say 1 minute. Okay. So I have received only 12 responses. So let me give one more minute. So please do it. I think this final question is related to the previous two. Okay. So based on the information given in the previous two, you have to solve this. Yes, so should I give extra time? If you
No,
still
sir.
still are you're trying, then we can. Okay, let me see the responses. So someone has entered 126, someone has entered 7, someone has 127. Again, okay, so who has entered 127?
Me, sir.
We have entered,
Anshu.
sir.
I mean, why 127?
Because sir, 128 is a total number of possible, sir.
Yeah,
And
correct.
at least one person, sir. 128
Yes.
minus 1, that's 127.
No, what's the meaning of
So there were
minus
two
1?
persons, sir. Two lines are
See,
empty, sir.
yeah, what is the question? Question is, you have to find the number of ways in which security guard create two separate lines such that each line contains at least one person. That means we have to subtract the number of ways where one line was empty, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it's a 128 minus 2,
Yes, sir.
right?
Oh,
We
So
have to subtract
126.
from question.
So
Sir, we have to
one,
question.
yeah, 128 was total number of ways in which we can create the line, and two ways in which either line 1 can be empty or line 2 can be empty. Okay. So if we subtract this number of ways, then 126 is the way in which at least one person will be in both lines.
सर एक
Sir,
बार और
sir,
सिखा दो.
we have to actually we have to subtract question number 1 from question number 2.
Yeah, that is a different thing. Here you have to think the logically. See, what the thing? What was the total number of? One second.
Total number was
Yeah.
128.
So total number of possible ways was 128 in which we can create the lines, correct? Now here
Yes.
thing is that line at least one person should be in both line. I mean line cannot be empty, right?
Yes.
So we have to subtract the number of ways where line 1 was empty. Okay. So line 1 was okay. So there was total 128. Okay.
So
So
but
line 1 will be line 1 will be
Logic,
empty in a, listen to me. Line 1 will be empty in how many ways? One ways,
yes.
right? And similarly, suppose line 2 is the empty, it has one way, correct? That means at least one person will be in any one line, that is the in 126. We have to subtract the number of ways where lines was empty. That's it.
So
Is
but
it clear?
question is
Done
saying
by
that
six by Dixon.
Sorry?
question is saying that in way line one line must it have at least one person.
That's
So
why we have subtracted the number of ways where line there was no person in that line. Correct? See,
you're not
you
getting.
had, see, listen to me. We had 120 ways in which we can created the line, including all the
Yes.
possibilities. Right?
Yes.
Now, question is, each line contains at least one person, right?
Yes.
So if line 1 is empty, okay, and line in line 2 is there is suppose line 1 is empty, okay, there is one way if line 1 is empty,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Or if line 2 is empty, then we have one way.
Yeah.
I mean there are total two way when either line is empty.
So can
Okay,
you please explain me the question again? Yeah.
what the thing is here? See, question is saying each line contains at least one person, correct? That
Yes.
means there should be, I mean, we have to subtract the number of ways uh, when there was no person in the line. Are you getting?
Okay. 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 Okay.
So we have subtracted. Then at least one person will be will be in the line.
Okay. 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 Understood.
Is it,
Thank you.
yeah, is it clear for everyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
These things? Any
Yes,
doubt
sir.
in
It is
this?
clear, sir.
Okay,
Like
so
we have
let's move to
separated
the
the emptied cases and
see you
okay.
have total and you have to subtract the empty one. You will get the at least one. Correct?
Total
At least
minus
or more
unfavorable
than
case.
one we can have.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's move to the next slide. Yeah. So here, please read the question carefully. A group of 5 people decides to join either the sports or heritage team in the college. One can be member of one and only team. In how many ways can they join the team if not necessarily each member of the group joins the team? Okay. So yeah, I'm going to give you 3 minutes for this one. Okay. Just wait. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So I have received only 18 responses. So any one of you are still trying, so I can give some extra time. Or should I say the responses? So let me see. It's a 243, 32, 243. Okay. Again variations. So let's see. What the thing is here. So question is about group of 5 people decides, okay, to join the either sports or heritage team. So each person have how many ways?
Sir, three ways, sir. We,
Three
whether to
ways.
choose sport, heritage, or nothing.
Yes, he
Nothing.
can choose sports, heritage, or none. Correct? Because it's see here in
If
it's
it is
correctly.
not explicitly mentioned,
Yes.
then we will consider only two, na,
Yeah.
sir.
Then it will be two ways. Here,
Yes.
if it's mentioned, if not necessarily each member of the group joins the team. Okay. If it's only mentioned in how many ways can they join the team, that means each person has two possibilities. So it will be 2 raised
Two
power
to the
5.
power
Correct?
5.
But here, each person has 3 possibilities. Either a person can be in a sports team or heritage team or not in any team, right? So
Why
each
it's
person,
raised to the power 5?
sorry,
Are we multiplying it?
yeah, it's see simple things. 5% is there, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and each person have 3
No.
possibility.
Yes.
And okay,
Yes.
so it's just a simple things. 3 raised power 5 because in the question it is we have to consider total number
It's
of possible
saying
ways.
explicitly to
Yeah,
means one
yeah.
member can't join the team also. So we
Cannot join.
get
Yeah.
three
If it's
possible.
not mentioned, then you
But
have only two ways for every person. Okay.
okay.
It is the
And
same
since
question like
all are
question
happening
number 1.
together, that's why we are using
Yeah.
multiplication.
Yes.
And it's
It's a similar one like line. Each person has two options. Either he can go in line one or that. Okay. So let's move to the next question. Yeah. So this is the I think it's the simple one. So I think hardly it will take 1 minute. So please do it. So here be careful, it is asking about 5-digit numbers. Okay, it's not about password and all things. So be careful here.
This is the exact thing I did ask you at the beginning of this session.
Yeah, and we are about categorical or numerical. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I
That you
hope
didn't clear
you are
it.
clear with this.
Yeah, not yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Okay.
Now it's clear. Thank you.
I have received. Okay. So let me see the responses. Okay, 133 113. Yes. Who has entered 3? Can please.
Myself.
Why?
The first the digits. No, it's not 3. No, no, it's not 3.
Okay, it's not 3 because question is about 5-digit numbers.
Because
Okay,
we cannot
if
take
you
0 at first
yeah,
place.
if you will take 0 as the first digit, then it will be 4-digit numbers. Correct. So for the first digit, for the first place, I have only 9 options,
9 to
and for
10.
the remaining 4 places, I can use any of the 10 digit because the repetition is allowed. Okay, so it will be 9 into 10 raised power 4. Is it clear for everyone?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's clear for everyone? Yeah.
so it
Let's
is like 0 to 9 have 10 digits. So we will exclude 0. That's
yes,
why we are
yes,
using 9. So 9 into
9.
10 to the power 4. I
Yeah,
got it.
correct.
Okay, just want to clarify.
Yeah. Yeah, so this
Sir,
thing,
sir, 1 second, sir.
mhm.
What happened if the second also 0, first and second?
No, if second is 0, then see, If first is 0, then it will be 4-digit number, not 5-digit
Yeah,
number, right?
yeah. It can be, there can be second also 0, third also can be 0, right?
Okay. Third can be 0. You can take, then
first
it's
a
not
zero.
it's not number. You have to consider the, see, for the first place you can't use 0, right? You can use any of the 1 to 9. Let's say it's a 2, correct? For the second,
Yep.
if you can use any of the 0 to 9, any of the 10 numbers. You can use 2 here, you can use 0 here, and also you can use 0 onwards. But at
Yeah,
the
correct.
first
Okay, yeah,
place,
clear,
you
clear,
can't
sir.
use
Yeah,
the
yeah.
0. Okay. So this is the prelude 1-2 questions. I think, I hope you are you will do it in. So let me give you 3 minutes, will be more than enough, right? For this one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please do it. So kindly read the carefully, listen carefully, accordingly attempt the, I mean, choose the options. I think here you can write your response, right? It's not a radio button, so you just write
It
your
is
option
radio
number.
button, sir. It is radio button still.
It's radio button.
Okay, I think there is. Okay, so just write on chat and try to, I mean, clarify your basic, I mean, fundamentals of the concept. Hello. Okay, so which options are correct here?
1, 4, 5.
1, 4, 5. Okay, so see here, be careful. It is asking about the select the steps applicable for the selection of digits for password of type pattern A. So it is asking about only for the pattern A. So for making the password of pattern A, events will occur simultaneously, correct?
Yes, sir. All
Just
3 digits
that
has to
only for A it will be
simultaneously.
I think the first 2 digits are alphabetical and remaining 1 is digit in numeric. Okay, correct. So first 2
So,
digits are
if we
alphabetical.
have, but if we have to choose between pattern A and pattern B, then
Then it will be not
not
simultaneous. Yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we have to make the this is first two numeric are alphabetical, right? So it can be AB, right? And third one is the numeric. It will be 3. So we have to choose, we have to make the password for the first and for the second place and for the third. So here these things and after these things and after the third thing. So here we for making the password things are occurring one after the other. So it's a simultaneous and without replacement because it's already mentioned it's a without repetition. And here order will matter or not?
It will matter, sir.
It will matter, correct? Because suppose I make the
So
password of
because
AB2.
alphabets and number.
Yes, and suppose I make the password of AB2, then this password is different from the BA2. So here arrangement of the things are different, order are different. Okay, so order will be matter. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, next question is basically you have to find the number of phase for select the password of type pattern A. I think hardly it will take 1 minute. So I'm going to give you 1 minute. Okay, only. Yeah, I have received 13 responses from your side. 14. So should I give some extra time or it's okay to all of you? Hello, you are
I'm
still
fine,
trying
sir.
or okay, let me give some 30 seconds. Okay, so let me see the responses. It's a 6500, 6770, 6500, 6400. Okay. So let's go with solution. So see, we have to make the password for type A, okay? And it is mentioned that the first two digit will be alphabetical and last digit will be numbers, correct? So for the first digit, I can choose any of the 26 alphabets. Why 26? Because it's mentioned that only lowercase we can use, right? If it doesn't not mention lowercase and uppercase, then it will be 52, correct?
Yeah, the number would be double. Yeah.
Then it will be 52. But here we have to use only 26 lowercase alphabets. So for the second, so repetition is not allowed. We have 25. And for the third place, we have to use the numbers. So I can use any numbers from 0 to 9. So that's the 10. So it will be 26 into 25 into 10. So 6500 is the total number of. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
So
So
okay, let's move
Yes,
for
sir.
the next slide. Yeah, so this is the basic, very similar to the previous one. So please do it. Okay. So let me give you 1 minute. I think 1 minute will be more than enough. Okay, I'm receiving very less responses. So please, everyone do it. Okay, so
Sir, it's again radio button. So we are typing in the chat actually.
yeah. I'm saying that one actually there was some mistake. I don't know what was that. Think it should be some typing and all things. So most of you have typed 145. Okay, so that is the correct one because it's very similar to the previous one. Okay, only difference in the pattern B is first two digit is numeric and last digit is alphabetical. Okay, so here selection of digits is like simultaneous and without replacement. Without replacement because Rohit wants to make the okay password for the office laptop without repetition is clearly mentioned. Okay, and order matter because password 23D is not same as the 32D. So here events are simultaneous without replacement and order matters. Is it clear for everyone or any doubts?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, so let's move to the next question. Is here you have to find the number of ways. How many ways can the when you can select the password for type pattern B. So I think it will hardly take 1 minute. More 1 minute will be more than enough for this one because you have to just so there is a very basic little difference between the pattern A and pattern.
Sir,
So
not really. Like, not really, sir. Not very little. Because for the pattern A, we were taking first two as alphabets, and for
oh,
the pattern B, we are taking like
no.
first two as like the numeric. So it's not very nearly equal at all.
No, I'm not talking about an equal. I, my
No,
intention was
no, sir, I totally got your point actually. I
yeah.
was just trying to say like the values are not
No,
like
values are
they do
not
have
at
some
yeah.
difference.
It's not equal at all.
Yeah, yeah.
What the thing I was saying it's only about there is basic difference. I mean there was first two digit was alphabetical, last digit was numeric.
Same
Here
approach.
things is
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
different.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, here things
Okay.
is
Now,
different.
now, now I got it, sir. Okay.
Got it? Yeah. Here
Yeah.
in the pattern B, it's about first two digits is numeric and last digit alphabetical. That's difference I was talking about. Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah, sir.
let me
Okay, got
see.
it.
There is sir 2340. Okay, so who has entered 2250, please?
Right.
I mean, what was your approach? I mean, see, it will be
Because
beneficial for you.
in first digit 10 we can, so 0 to
Okay,
9, 10.
okay, okay.
And in second space we can do only 9.
Yeah, correct.
10
For the
into
third?
9 into 26, so 90 into 26, I got it as 2250.
No, you have, I mean, you have um, made some calculation mistake. So it's 10 into 9 into 26, which is 2340. Okay. Because at the first digit, numeric will be there. Okay. So I can use any of the 10 any numbers of, I mean, 0 to 9, right? So number
Okay.
of ways to the second digit it's 9 because repetition is not allowed. Okay. Number of ways to select the third digit it's a 26 because for the third place we have to use the alphabetical not number. There is a mistake any number from 0 to 10 we will correct it. So total number of ways is 10 into 9 into 26 which is 2340. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this?
Sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let's move.
one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
The simultaneous and simultaneous. I'm still not clear because the English meaning of simultaneous happening at the same time, right? Everything happens at the same
That's
time.
yeah,
Same time.
that I am agree. See, what is the meaning of here simultaneous means suppose for making the password of 3 digit, you have to do the things together or not.
So first I need to choose one character, then only I can choose the second one, right? Because the second
Then you
one
have
is
to choose the third, but you have to do all the these three things for making a password.
yes,
You have
but
to
not
do
at an instant. It should not be happening at the same time. It is one after the other.
one after the other. Okay, so here things are
Yeah.
simultaneously means it's like
The
something.
English meaning of simultaneous is happening, everything happening together.
Yeah, that
But
is the that here try to understand for making the password of pattern B, you have to think 10 into for the first place and then for the second place and then for the third place, right? You have to consider the together all these three things, right? Then password will be made. Okay, so here things are simultaneous. That is the meaning here simultaneous. And not simultaneous means I took the example that one, suppose I can use either password A or password B. This password A and password B cannot be used simultaneous. I can use either password A. Within password A, selection are simultaneous. Within password B, simultaneous. But either password A or password B are not simultaneous. Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
try to attempt more. I mean, things will get clear. But
Yeah, okay.
doubts is yeah. Now I hope it's clear somewhat.
Yeah. I'll go through that
Yeah,
videos again.
yeah, please. Yeah. So yeah, this is the question which is based on the previous two. I think it will take 1 minute. So try to think here. I think I have already mentioned such. You can say we have discussed the hint for this question.
Now it's getting little better in solving the
Yeah,
question.
yeah. See, thing is that when you solve more number of questions, you will get clarification. So no need to worry about. Just do practice more number of questions as you can. Try to solve all practice assignment. Try to solve the graded assignment. Try to solve the activity questions. So things will get clear. It requires the permutation combination requires some more effort. But yeah,
And
uh,
sir, the playlist
as
which has
per
been
time
given in course is complete, sir.
playlist.
The playlist of videos, sir. Playlist of
You
all
can
videos on the course stats one.
yeah, it's complete. I think.
And the sequence are
So
also
you
there, sir.
yeah you can see there are sub titles for the below every lecture video. So
Yes,
should
sir.
I
They are given
give
week,
some extra
but in
time
week
or
six, but in week six, whole permutation combination is there. But in this,
yes.
Please move on to answer.
Yeah. Listen, we see the it's 88408930. Who has entered only two? I think he has entered like either password A, password B. Okay. So yeah. So question is in how many ways he can select the password for his office desktop. Okay. So thing is that he can use the password of pattern A or password of pattern B, correct? And for the in how many ways you can create the password A? 6500. In how many ways you can create the password B? 2340. So I can use either a password A or password B. So it's a we need to add either A or B. You see, you can interpret like if it's or, then you can add. If it's and, then you will have to multiply. Okay. So here it will be 6500 plus 2340, which is 8840. Any doubt in this? Anybody? Or this thing is clear for everyone?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So
Clear?
how many questions are left?
Only one question. So this is the last question. So you have to
Okay.
enter the answer. So I'm going to give 3 minutes. Okay.
1 minute. It's done.
So it's done.
It's done,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
You don't even need 3
Let's.
minutes for this.
Okay, okay. So, should I lock screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see the responses. 1200, 1200, 1200. Yeah, it's a simple things. You have to just solve the factorial error. Okay. So 10 factorial, you can write it as 10 into 9 factorial. Okay. 5 factorial, you can write is 120, and 0 factorial, 0 factorial and 1 factorial is same as the 1. So 9 fact. So if you put the value of 10 factorial, 10 to 9 factorial, and value of 5 factorial is 120. So 9 factorial will get cancelled out. So it's nothing but 1200. Is it clear for everyone?
Can you explain again, please?
Yes, the thing is that it's the 10 factorial into 5 factorial divided by 9 factorial into 1 factorial, right? So
Yes.
10 factorial I can write as 10 into 9 factorial or not?
Yes. Why not? Yes.
5 factorial is 120. Value of 5 factorial is
Yes.
5 into 4 into 3 into 2. So same. So well, here is 10 factorial into 5 factorial. So 10 factorial I can write as 10 into 9 factorial. 5 factorial I can write it as 120. 9 factorial. You know 1 factorial is 1
Yes, I know.
and 0 factorial
Also,
is
0
also 1.
factorial is also 1.
So 9
Yes.
factorial will get cancelled out. So 120 into 10, it will be 1200. That's it.
Why 0 factorial is 1?
Sir, but why can't we write 9 as 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial also?
Yeah, you can just do it. You can do it. It's on you. But things will get
This
cancelled
will be
out. 9 factorial, you will see. You will write 9 into 8 into 7 to 6 into up to 1. Then denominator, see, denominator 9 factorial and numerator 9 factorial will get cancelled out.
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, so we have to cancel the terms. And
Yeah,
then we have
it will be cancelled out. It's a simple text, right? Okay. So just you can guess about the last slides, I hope. There is a very
Very
important.
interesting slide, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, it's very interesting slide about you. I think it's a very important question. So should I move?
Everyone say aloud when
Yes, sir.
slide come.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank
So
you, sir.
anyone of
So
you
I
have
have
Thank you, sir.
doubts from week.
which
You
week?
have to say thank you, not doubt.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, I
sir,
have
No, no,
thank
no,
you
one
so
question.
much.
no. So I'm a
In point
re-
biserial correlation coefficient, do we have sample standard deviation or population standard deviation at the bottom?
population standard deviation. It's in the denominator.
Population.
Yeah,
But
it's
ma'am use SX, that's why I asked.
yeah. No. That there is a mistake. I had explained in the when I took the week 4 open session. So you can rewatch also. So you have to think is that 1 second. So it's a mod of y bar naught minus y bar 1 divided by
Yes.
sigma x into square root of p naught into p1. Okay. So you have to use the
Yes.
population standardization. There is a mistake in the
Okay,
lecture
I
ID.
got it why I
So
got
in
the
that,
answer wrong. I
not
used the
in,
sample one.
Yeah.
and
You can
that
use the sample
not in,
standardization, but thing is that formula will get changed. Right?
Okay.
Because you know n minus 1 s square equal to n times of sigma square. So from
Okay.
here I can write sigma square is equal to n by n minus 1 s square. Oh sorry, n minus
Yes.
1 by n s square. So sigma will be
Yes.
square root of n minus 1 divided by n into s. So
Yes,
you can
sample
replace
condition
this
we can use.
quantity to here, but for simplicity, just use the population standard deviation. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
so in this formula only P naught into P1. Ma'am has said that P naught will be number of not
Yes.
1 n minus 1.
Sorry, n minus 1.
Yeah.
No.
No,
That's
See,
the sample
no, sir.
collection, I guess.
see, if you use the sample standard deviation, okay, see, P naught is simple things, n naught by n, and P1 is the simply n1 by n.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Suppose
have
you
a concept.
in
Box plot tutorial.
Okay, what is doubt there?
So, in a mock test, there was a bar chart given,
Mm-hmm.
and through that we have to plot a box plot
So you
tutorial.
have doubt in box plot tutorial, right? Or in
Yeah,
mock?
box plot tutorial.
Okay, let
That's
me.
through the 5 number summary. It is done with the help of five
Okay,
number
so
summary.
you are asking about 5 number summary for the in the box plot. Okay.
No, that is clear to me that 5 number summary through box plot tutorial. But in mock there was a bar chart given, and then we have to plot a box plot tutorial. Yeah, this was clear. This was totally clear.
So what is
But
your doubt?
that
Your
was
doubt in
different.
mock or your doubt in box plot tutorial?
No, I think
Mock,
her doubt is
mock.
converting bar chart into box plot.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so tell the things clearly. So in the mock, which mock is 1 or 2?
It's in maybe one second. Let me check.
And there is solution is also uploaded, so you can refer this also.
Sir, there is some error in week 5, I think. Week 5, tutorial 7 and 8, sir.
What is that? I mean, what say that?
7 tutorial, sir.
Okay, what do you find error?
Sir, actually, here the error I found that here one option is omitted, sir. The question way it is represented, that
Mm-hmm.
choosing alphanumeric is optional. It is not compulsory. So there are two cases. One is to choose alphanumeric password, and other to not choose alphanumeric password. And only one
Okay.
cases are counted in the solution, sir.
Okay. I will check this one. Okay.
So in
Take
mock
it.
The
test one,
question it is
question
presented,
number
it is
two.
said only once, sir. If
Okay, Ritik.
only,
Mhm. Yeah.
yes, sir, please see, sir.
Yeah, I'm saying I will watch this what you are trying to say. Okay, just will watch. I think I need to check the whole video. Okay, I will check it. Okay. No need to- Okay, yes, Janvi, in which mock you are out?
So mock test one, question number two.
Okay, so going to you can I mean presenting the solution.
Okay, sir.
Okay, have you gone through the solution?
No, no.
Okay, that's right.
So
So
is
actually,
box plot tutorial for every type of chart or for?
yeah, see, box plot represent basically 5 number summary to you. Okay, so
Yeah.
what is the 5 number summary? Is nothing but you need to compute the minimum of your data set, maximum of your data set, Q1 of your data set, Q2 and Q3. That's it, and make the box plot. That's all. Okay, so you
Oh,
have data set this one. Okay, so
frequency.
from this
Yeah.
data set, yeah, so from this data set you can compute the minimum value. Minimum grade is 6, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Maximum is 10. You can compute the NP, 20th percentile. So Q1 will be 7. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, you can compute the Q3 and you can compute the Q2. And based on this, this option is correct. You can see
Okay.
maximum is 10, minimum is 6, Q1 is 7, Q3 is 8. Depends. Okay.
Understood.
And you know, box plot is represent like that. It's a minimum
Yeah,
value, right?
yeah.
And this
And it's
is
the
the
maximum
maximum.
value.
This is the Q1, and this
Yeah,
is the
it's Q3.
Q3 and Q2 in between
Between there
according
is
to the
Q
data.
medium.
According to the data. These are the
So here are the mock test solutions given in dashboard.
yeah in the portal. Yeah, in the portal step solution is there.